Yo, it's your boy One Deep 215 back with another video. Today we're gonna get into a video I came across on YouTube about Tyrese Gibson. We all know Tyrese Gibson, the singer, songwriter. Been having some meltdowns over the years, whether it's on social media, his personal life, or what have you, with women he put around him, and just personal things. And we all go through personal things. I talk about that a lot. But he had another rant recently about pretty much toxic people being in his life. And he's the prime example of what I be talking about. You have to put, not saying I got all the keys to everything, but you got to put like-minded people around you. You know, especially at the age we at. Now, Tyrese got to be in his mid-40s, 45, 46 years old. And when you live a life, you're going to go through ups, you're going to go through downs. But what does happen is it forms you, and it shows you what life is, the good, the bad, the ugly. Tyrese, I'm sure he's been through good, bad, and ugly. And it seems like every time you turn around, it's something. Not knocking the guy. Tyrese, from what I see, don't know him personally, he seemed like a very emotional guy. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But you can't keep falling for the banana in the tailpipe. When someone show you who they are, you have to believe them. Now, I don't know what goes on in his personal endeavors, the people that he's meeting, because he says it's not just relationship stuff. It's also professional people that's in his life, whether it's lawyers or what have you. And it seemed like he just keep biting the bullet with these people that he's putting around him. But my thing is, you in your mid-40s, by now you got to see that coming a mile away. People usually going to show you who they are. Now, can women throw the wool over your eyes? Yes. But you still have to move a certain way and be very attention to detail when you're putting yourself around people, especially when you're inviting them into your space. And I somewhat feel sorry for Tyrese, but I also look at it like this. It seemed like, let this car pass. It seemed like Tyrese is the type of person he want to be loved. And ain't nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, I think we all want to be loved in some sort of way. Some more than others. But he seemed to put his trust into the wrong people. Whether it's ex-wives that's taking him for everything he got in child support. Whether it's personal relationships, friend relationships, dating relationships. No matter what. And he's not scared to put it out there into the world, whatever he's going through, because like I said, he seemed like a very emotional being. But at the same time, you have to watch people. You have to know what type of people you're putting around you, whether it's women or whatever. You know, my claim to fame is always been, and I say it on this channel, you have to watch who you put around you. Everybody not gonna be 100%. I done put people in my life that wasn't shit and paid the ultimate price or whatever, but guess what? You live and you learn from that. You live and you learn. You're not gonna be 100% with everything, but it seemed like this keep on happening with him. And this is way beyond him. This is for people out there that might have that same emotional feelings as Tyrese. Might be an emotional man and just want love and just want somebody to share their life with. But you also can't be naive. You can't just say, oh, you know, go with the flow, or oh, they just having a bad day, or this ain't. When somebody show you who they are, that's who they are. You have to believe them. And I think Tyrese is subject to that. I really do. Because this ain't just one. Like, if this was a one-time thing with him, I'd be like, all right, we all fall short. You know, pick yourself up off the ground, dust yourself off, and keep it moving. Live and learn from it. But it seemed like he keep having these episodes and these rants. And it's like things are spiraling out of control with him. And my thing is, what's wrong with being by yourself? As far as the relationship aspect of it. Because if you just can't win for losing, then it's obviously something that you're doing wrong. Not saying, you probably coming in with open arms and an honest heart, but it's obviously a trait that you carry about you. Like, you carry a way about yourself that people is exploiting for whatever reason. You keep getting burned. And the reason why I'm making this video is not for Tyrese. He's who he is. He's probably not even going to see this video. But I know there's a lot of men out there that's like that. That they can't win for losing. They just can't get it right. And usually it's a problem within them. They put their trust in others too much. They wear their heart on their sleeve. Some of these women see that and they like sharks. Not all, but some of these women is like sharks. And when they see any form of weakness, not saying that's a weakness, because that's just being yourself if you that type of guy. But some women prey on the weak if they think you weak. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's wild. I somewhat feel sorry for him, but I also, if I'm being real, it's like, bro, fall back. Ain't like you at the twilight of your life. Mid-40s is not the graveyard. What's wrong with taking a couple years and just focusing on yourself, focusing on your singing career, focusing on your acting career, and just chill? You don't have to meet. Some people see what it is, and they say this about a lot of women, but it's also true with some men. Some people just can't be alone. They can't be alone for whatever the reason. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say there's anything wrong with that, because at the end of the day, everybody needs somebody. But if it ain't working, it ain't working. It's time to switch up your strategy. Because I keep seeing it, and it ain't just with Tyrese. I'm sure it happened all everywhere. It happens everywhere. Where a guy meet girl, he think he cool, he think everything going, and then shit go left. I'm only speaking on Tyrese because he's a public figure, and it's happening right there on social media in front of our eyes. He even said, people take advantage. People look at him, the people that he's been putting in his life, look at him as a certain way because he considered himself the boring old head. I put that in quotations because there's nothing wrong with, I ain't gonna say being boring, there's nothing wrong with being yourself. He has this thing with, he admitted, these are his words, he don't like going out. He don't like going to bars. He don't like going to clubs. Sounds familiar, right? So it's like, there's nothing wrong with that. Find the one, not saying it's easy, but find a like-minded person. Find somebody that from the rip, they already know who you are. They already, you put everything out there. You let them know what type of guy you is. And if they don't accept it or they frown upon it, they ain't the woman for you. They just not. He said it himself. He said, I'm considered pretty boring. I don't like going out that much. I used to, but I don't. I don't go out to clubs. He said, I barely like going out to restaurants. And I feel his sentiment. I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. Because he's not alone on that. But it's the way you carry it, and it's the people that you put in front of you. It's the people that you put around you. You can figure a person out very quickly. Can the person pull wool over your eyes? Yes. But usually the signs is there. The signs is usually, it's some type of red flags going. And at the end of the day, I feel as though men, we need to be ourselves. We need to put people around us or fall back. We need to put like-minded people around us or fall back. If you can't find that person that's like you, it's time to chill. I'm gonna let this ambulance go by. So that's what it is. That's what it is. It's like, I hate to see men go through that. Even the ones that is even a little more emotional than that. Because Tyrese is clearly an emotional being. Not knocking it. Not knocking it. I'm just saying. He's clearly an emotional person. He wears his heart on his sleeve. And he has to find someone, if he's that desperate to be with somebody, he has to find someone that's like him. Not saying it's easy. But that's where we at with it. All that opposites attract stuff, that's BS. Opposites attract temporarily. Because you can play off them, they can play off you. But in the long term, or if you're looking for something solid, something sturdy, let alone marriage. Opposites don't always, I'm sure it can happen, but for the most part, if I was to meet somebody today or tomorrow, if I was looking and I met somebody that's totally opposite from me, they ain't gonna stand a chance. Now, could I have fun with that person? Yeah, could that person be maybe a friend? But I'm not looking at them as something long term because it's like we just too opposite. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know, toxic people prey on kind-hearted people. Not saying Tyrese is this saint. I don't know him. But he seems to be coming off very forthright and very transparent. I don't think he got no reason to really just make all these, accusations. So it's like, I don't know. You can't put your trust in everybody. You just can't. People going to be who they are. I'm cool with allowing people to be who they are, as long as the way far the hell away from me. But I'm cool with letting people be who they are. I think Tyrese needs to understand that, and a lot of us men need to understand that. Can't change nobody with fame, money, looks, charm, charisma. None of those things is going to change a woman. That person got to be who they is. Now, can a woman learn from a man? Because people can grow, yes. But I'm just saying, like, when somebody is so far left from what you about, you just got to gracefully bow out sometimes. Can't, like, force nothing or make it try to work. Not saying you're doing that. I'm just speaking on the topic at hand. I'm not sure everything that, he went through. But he was talking, the man looked like he ain't slept in days, and he was ranting. And like I said, right, wrong, or indifferent, you got to know who you are. You got to get more in tune with yourself. And like I said, you in your mid-40s, it ain't the graveyard. It ain't like it's the end of the road, and you should be so desperate to find your second half. Fall back. Learn yourself a little bit. Work on yourself. And maybe, you never know, that it might fall right into your lap. It just might. You got to. You can't sleep with the enemy. You can't. And there's a lot of that going on. A lot of men is dealing with these women that's, I ain't going to consider them bad people overall, but that person ain't for you. But she just got such good, nice lips, or she's so cute, or her body's so banging. And we fall into that trap over and over and over again. It's a losing battle. So to any of my men out there that find yourselves on somewhat of that same realm as what Tyrese going through right now, man, there's nothing wrong with falling back. There's nothing wrong with falling back. There's nothing wrong with just bettering yourself, loving yourself, and then who knows what can happen from there. Everybody ain't in the rush to be with somebody. Some people are, and it is what it is. I mean, beggars can't be choosers. I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it real from my point of view. Because I hate to see men go through things. I hate to see anybody go through that. It seemed like it's a very, mentally traumatic thing that he's going through. Not traumatic in the grand scheme, because people is people. You're going to lose people in your life. People going to leave you. People going to hurt you. People going to use you. That's part of it. But learning from that, and keeping it moving, that's also part of that too. You have to learn from it. Can't keep doing the same things that you did over and over again. And obviously, it ain't working, bro. It ain't working, so we got to switch it up. Maybe I need to fall back. Maybe I don't need nobody right now. Let me focus on me. We'll see. Just wanted to put that one out there. If you like this video, like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I want to thank y'all. I'm seeing all the comments. Y'all been watching. Hang in there with your boy. Till next time. Peace.